covens. It was very heavy-handed. And we wanted to make it like a coincidence in somebody's life. He said, if you can do that, it's sold.
David Seltzer immediately went to work addressing the concerns of Donner and Ladd.
Dick said to me, there must be nothing in this movie that you can't believe is actual. The whole force of this movie is going to be the critical mass of a man's paranoia coming to be realized as actual. And every single event, every single death could be seen as the kind of freak accident that could occur in the world.
The new draft also received a new name, the Birthmark. But a daunting problem remained. A major star was needed in order to pull in an audience for what was essentially a horror film. Charlton Heston turned down the lead role of Robert Thorne. So did Roy Scheider and William Holden. The filmmakers next set their sights on Academy Award-winning actor Gregory Peck. Peck hadn't been in front of a camera for nearly 3 years and was looking for an appropriate project. But a personal tragedy almost kept the actor from receiving the script at all.
Gregory Peck's son had just committed suicide, and we had talked about him. We said, well, this is distasteful to even think of sending him the script. The original ending was he kills the child. We thought, I mean, isn't it terribly distasteful to send a man whose child has just committed suicide a picture about a man who ultimately in the final reel kills his son? And the agent said, no, just send it to him. So he sent it to him, and Greg came back and said, yeah, I want to do it.
It validated it. It raised the level tenfold. Sure, when Peck went on, and then when Peck was on, I mean, Lee Remick was soon to follow, and that between the two of them, that really gave it some class.
The little horror film was now elevated to A-movie status, as the movie's cast was rounded out by veteran actors like Leo McKern, David Warner, Martin Benson, and Billy Whitelaw. But the most important role, that of the Antichrist Damien Thorne, would prove to be the most difficult of all the roles to cast. In the fall of 1975, the cast and crew of The Birthmark gathered at Pinewood Studios in England to begin pre-production. 20th Century Fox had budgeted the film at a modest $2.8 million. But before they could begin shooting, the filmmakers had to find a boy capable of bringing the young Antichrist to life.
We looked all over, went to every juvenile casting group. We even went in the States, because if that kid didn't work for you, you'd have a movie.
We interviewed 4 kids every 10 minutes for 2 days. Harvey Stevens was a Cockney, blonde-haired, green-eyed, and I liked him. I really did like him. Dick didn't like him.
But little Harvey came in, and we talked for a little bit, and he was a tough little kid. I said, I'm going to fight with you. Because there was this scene I wanted him to fight with Lee Remick, and I said, I'm going to fight with you. And I said, even though I say stop, don't stop.
So he yells action, and the kid hits him right square in the balls. I mean, just bang, bang, and wouldn't get off him. Would not get off him. He yelled, cut, everything.
And he clawed my face, and he beat the hell out of me. I had to get the family to come run and take him with me.
Dick finally said, take him, dye his hair black, he's the Antichrist.
Little Harvey Stevens would be the perfect Damien. According to theologians, the real Antichrist would have the looks of a sheep and the heart of a demon.
Satan is said in Scripture to be disguised as an angel of light. He was the most beautiful of the angels, and he fell, and became Satan and rebelled against God. But the fact is that he was very appealing, beautiful. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if the Antichrist, when he comes, doesn't use things that on the surface appear very attractive to people.
My God, she wanted a baby so much. What can I tell her? What will I say?
The Birthmark began filming in October 1975.
You could adopt the child.
But as cast and crew gathered for the first day of shooting, many sensed a strange atmosphere on the set.
There was a general feeling when we were making the movie that something was going to happen. It's really difficult to put your finger on what it was, but there was a slight discomfort around.
If I may suggest, it even resembles. Your wife need never know. It would be a blessing to her. And to the child.
As the first sequence of the film unfolds, it is apparent that the shadow of darkness is everywhere.
I slid into that shot in the background, and it was symptomatic of the whole of the story that here was evil sliding into the ambience of that movie, and exactly as it does in life.
Here's your boy.
As Robert Thorne settles into his tranquil family life, he is given an unexpected promotion and named Ambassador to England, a plot twist taken right out of the Book of Revelation.
The beast, the unholy one, is supposed to rise from the eternal sea. That's what the Book of Revelation says. The eternal sea was interpreted to be the world of turmoil and revolution, the world of politics.
Damien's first 5 years are marked by normalcy. But with every scene that passes, the filmmakers heighten the tension as the audience nervously awaits the evidence of evil inside the child.
Damien, look at me! I'm over here! Damien, I love you! Look at me, Damien! It's all for you!
He was the toughest, most phenomenal little guy. His eyes, you looked into those eyes, and you could see right through. There was this incredible depth.
The nanny's death makes way for Mrs. Baylock, Damien's protector.
Oh, Mrs. Baylock.
Yes, Mom?
I'm sorry, but we're a little bit confused.
Oh, why is that?
Well, we don't know how you got here.
The agency.
The agency?
Well, yes, they read in the paper about your first nanny, so they sent you another.
Well, that's it.
Well, if I could see your boy now.
Her arrival signals the entry of pure evil into the House of Thorne and changes the tone of the film.
Have no fear, little one. I am here to protect thee.
Everything in this picture is steeped in the scriptures. I mean, even Mrs. Baylock, even that name, is taken from the devil's handmaidens, who are called Blalach and Blalam.
What's the matter, Damien? What's the matter? He seems... I don't know, he just seems scared to death.
Damien's parents may not suspect their son's true